So, I guess from all the phone calls and the, Richard Wobby here with the Associated General Contractors, and we got Ben Osha. And Ben, we got like a mess of phone calls over last week's Toolbox talk, and it really had a couple things. Had little to do with me doing a Toolbox talk. People were excited that there was actually somebody else to listen to.
Oh, really?
Imagine that.
That's good.
So I didn't tell Ben, but he was on his way out to do a bike ride, and he had his friggin' Smith mountain bike helmet on.
Yeah.
That's kind of funny shit.
Yeah.
Because I'm a road bike guy, and I wear this. I mean, that's more aerodynamic, and
Sure.
but it doesn't protect in the same fashion that yours was going to.
Yep.
And I was just making fun of him and his helmet and what he was wearing, and we were taking a look at the comments we received from last week's
Toolbox talk.
Toolbox talk. Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
And we were looking at the comments, and one of the big comments out there was the orange Petzl hard hat.
In the back. Yeah.
You know, that
the new one.
That new one. And it's really not a hard hat, is it?
It's a bump cap or like a climbing helmet, that sort of thing.
I think they call them safety helmets.
Sure.
But I'm not sure.
It's a climbing style of helmet.
Yeah. And it's got a chin strap on it and
Yeah.
stuff. The other thing we got a bunch of comments on when it came to our Toolbox talk, not only the Petzl helmet,
Yeah.
but we got a comment on our interlude or exchange when it came to some of the leadership skills and some of the different things. And Ben and I were talking about leadership earlier in the week, and came up with a list of 5 or 6 things that if you're going to be an effective leader and you're going to be a good leader, that you should be doing.
Yeah.
Didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Huh?
Yep.
What was your number one thing?
Planning.
Planning.
Yeah.
Make a plan.
Work your plan. Plan your work.
See, my number one thing is setting goals.
Yeah.
Then you know when you fail,
That's true.
right?
And then the goal helps you kind of get there because you have some motivation.
You have something to get to.
That's true.
I think setting goals is huge. I think modeling leadership, not being afraid to get dirty, not being afraid to get in the hole, leadership for others, and it actually inspires them. Try not to ask people to do something that you wouldn't do
Yeah.
as well.
No, that's
Right?
probably the biggest part of being a leader. is-
How am I doing?
pretty good.
Am I a good leader?
Yeah. Yeah. We'll do your
That's all
evaluation.
bullshit.
Yeah.
Discipline into your daily life.
Yeah.
I mean, I realize you ride a bike a couple times a week, and that's
Yeah.
kind of planned.
That's exercise. Yeah.
But it's discipline.
Yeah.
You
no,
got to
helps.
do it.
It helps me. Yeah. I like to be on a schedule.
And work on your soft skills. You talked about
Communication.
soft. Yeah, that's huge. I mean, I'm terrible.
No one likes getting yelled at, and if you're yelling at someone, your point's probably not gonna be heard. So.
So work on communication.
Yeah.
Should I work on that?
No, I think we're fine.
Are we?
Yeah.
Okay. And then take on more responsibilities as things go. If you see people need help.
And don't be afraid to ask if someone needs help or what you can do to help.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a big communication
It
skill
is,
right
yeah.
there, right?
Yeah.
And then you were laughing at my big line of life.
Oh,
Risk it all,
Yeah.
leave nothing, right?
sure.
And I believe that. I think you just risk it. Just go for it. If you think you got the idea, if you got the plan, let's make it happen.
Yeah.
Leave nothing on the table.
No. It's a good point.
And then you brought up, yeah, but you got to admit when you fail.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, for sure.
If you fail, you fail. Who cares?
No.
Most of the time it'll work out well.
Most of the time.
But admit it if you fail and just move on. Get past it. Fix
Go on
it.
to- yeah, go on
and
to
go
the
on to
next
the
one.
next one. But that's not really what we're going to talk about. We were talking about, so back in December, OSHA sent a bulletin out, you were saying,
Mm-hmm.
to their compliance officers.
Talking about head protection and how it might be changing.
Yes. and they were actually going to change their compliance officers' headgear
Yep.
from the normal old-fashioned hard hat. Old-fashioned. Do you know this has not changed at all
Yeah, I was
since
reading
its
that.
inception? It's
The shape a little bit.
Yeah, but really
not-
it hasn't
yeah,
changed.
the suspension
basic
system, yeah.
piece in it, that's it, and it's done. And what they've done is they issued a memo saying that their compliance officers were going to shift to something like this.
Yeah, and we've even seen companies shifting and trying out this new style.
This new helmet.
Yeah, and a lot of them, I mean, there's different styles. This one has no vents, but a lot of the other ones will be covered in vents. There's a bunch of attachments you can add. This one has a headlight and it already has the clips built in. Pretty cool stuff.
It seems like head protection is pretty important.
Yeah, it is. A lot of the construction industry has a lot of injuries relating to our
Well,
heads.
6% of all injuries
Yeah.
are based on head injuries,
Mm-hmm.
whether it's something falling directly on the thing.
Sure.
Or as you walk through a job site and trip and fall, and your helmet goes willy-nilly
Yeah,
flying,
yes.
right?
Or,
And,
no, keep going.
or this, if you should trip and fall and hit your head on something, this is clipped on.
That's true.
This has a chin thing on it,
Chin
and just
strap,
like
yep.
your bike helmets,
Yep.
has a chin strap on it, and it actually holds on.
Yep, and you have better side protection, better protection in the back, and all around, it's a safer helmet.
Yeah. You know what the big problem with it is? I'll just tell you.
I'm gonna tell you right now, it's the chin strap.
Really?
No one's gonna want to wear a chin strap.
You think it's a chin strap?
Yeah.
Huh.
I think that's the biggest problem.
Well,
What's your opinion?
this helmet's 15 or 20
Oh,
bucks.
that one's 100.
This one's 100.
Yeah.
Right? That's the biggest problem. Except when you start to look at the injury data, an average head injury,
Mm-hmm.
because this one went flying off your head and you came down on
Or
a wall.
the
or
first
whatnot.
impact knocks it off, and the second one hits your head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? And the average workman's comp claim for a head injury is up around 90 grand.
Yep.
So I could spend 100 and have $100.
Yes.
Not 100 grand.
I get it.
I could spend $100 and have this secured and in place the
Mm-hmm.
whole time, or $15 and hope this doesn't go scurrying.
Yeah.
That's pretty big. You know, one of the other things, big difference in what I think is you can integrate, and you can see here, you can integrate hearing protection into this
Yeah,
thing.
that's pretty cool.
As part of the hard hat or helmet, I guess. That's the new safety helmet.
Bump cap, yeah, all that stuff.
And you can integrate, like this one here has
Careful. Yeah. There's
lighting.
a couple modes to that.
lighting built into it. He's gonna try to play with it now. But you, look, it's even got a little green.
I know, I use it. I have one.
So you can integrate some different things.
Yeah.
Even a face shield. There's a face shield.
Face shield,
make for this.
they sell attachment back here that protects your neck from the sun. It hangs down. They've got a bunch of different fun stuff. The actual suspension system inside too is much more complex, and it's supposed to be better as well.
So again, don't go running to your foreman or super and say, we got to get some of these helmets today.
No, yeah.
Because OSHA has not
Nope.
said these are mandatory.
That's true.
But they are suggesting within the construction industry, the oil and gas industry, the electrical industry, that you do a risk assessment and define the type of head protection you should be wearing. Am I correct?
You are correct.
Yeah?
At least-
What are you playing with now?
I'm just looking at it. The adjustment.
It would have been nice to look at it before we got going.
I know, I just like playing with it.
Okay,
Yeah. It's cool.
but, so, head protection, we're gonna see a big, I think, over the next year or so, you're gonna see a big shift in head protection, and we're gonna see more people, more companies going to the vented safety helmets
Yep.
versus the old-fashioned hard hats.
Yeah, it will
Again?
be an interesting change, but I think the chin strap will be interesting. But
They,
I'd rather have my helmet stay on.
really?
Yeah.
Huh?
Maybe that's just me though, but I think I'd rather have it stay.
Well, I noticed as you were getting ready to leave and I grabbed you here, you did have the chin strap
Yeah.
properly attached.
That is correct.
And simple.
Yep. Just like that.
It works. Now, and again, they're vented. There's all kinds of things you can do
Bunch
with
of
it.
different models.
But the most important thing, I don't care if you wear this one or you wear this one. I don't care.
Yeah, as long as you're
Wear a
wearing
hard
one.
hat.
Yeah,
wear a hard hat,
yeah.
right? Your head's probably like the most important thing on your body.
Yeah.
And we should be working to protect it. They also have, what do they call it? Concussion remediation built into this.
Wow.
That's not built into that one yet.
Yeah.
And
Are
I
you
say,
talking-
yeah, I think you're gonna see some modifications.
I agree.
Remember, this has not changed in 60 years.
I agree. I think they'll meet in the middle somewhere, and there'll be some cool other options.
Technology.
Yeah. It's about
So, it's a great day here at AGC, and I want to remind you, when it comes to head protection, you really should do some sort of hazard assessment and figure out what type of head protection you should be wearing. You should be referencing your safety plan.
Yep.
And make sure you're wearing them when it's
supposed
appropriate. You're supposed to. And always reference that 1910-135 standard, am I right?
Yeah, you're correct.
Is that the OSHA
Yeah.
hard hat
Sure.
standard?
Yeah.
And then they got an ANSI one too, right?
Yes,
Because they
they do.
reference back to the ANSI things
Z-
you were
yeah.
telling me?
Yeah. Z89.
Z89. And if you work in an industry, you have head exposure, any of that stuff, you should probably be thinking about upgrading your...
Yeah. And if you want to come see this one, we have a display here, and you can come see it.
For what company is that again?
Petzl.
Petzl.
And you can come see it and try it on and play with it. It's
Are
pretty
they
cool.
paying you?
Yeah, I have a full sponsorship.
Do you have
Yeah.
full sponsorship from
Yeah.
Petzl?
I have to wear my helmet
You get
24 hours a day. though.
decals and shit?
Yeah. All I have to do is wear a helmet all
Do
day.
you have a shirt yet?
No, just a helmet.
Boy, Petzl should send you a shirt. Huh?
Yeah, they should. Size large.
So it's Richard Wobby and Ben Osha, of course, here at AGC. And if there's anything, if you have some thoughts, it was unbelievable after last week. I don't know what's going to happen. The phones blow up this week.
Sponsorships.
Sponsorship.
We're gonna have to start selling them.
If you have any thoughts on what we should be talking about or information you'd like to...
That's very helpful. If you have anything you want us to hit on, let us know, and we'll make a topic about it.
So call the office, 802-223-2374. Give us a call. Let us know your thoughts, what you'd like to see. And remember, we're here for you. I hope you have a good week. Hope you stay safe and do the right thing. Thank you now. Did you say thank you over me?
Yeah, at the same
Did you
time.
actually friggin' do that?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm great.